This is Professor Melanie Hildebrandt. In this video, I will cover a second part in a three-part series from Chapter 3. In this part, I will talk more about changes in supply and how that impacts our market. Just as the case with demand, it is very important for you to understand those influential factors that affect supply and cause it to increase or decrease, thus changing our market equilibrium. So let's again start here, drawing a basic graph of our market. And I figure we'll just stick with the pencil example that we started in the first video, if you were watching that one. Okay, and so suppose that in the market for pencils, our equilibrium starts with a price of $3 and a quantity of 10,000 pencils bought and sold every week. Okay. And so then what we're going to have happen this time is some other factor that influences supply is going to change. It's going to change our supply, either increase or decrease, thus changing market equilibrium. For most things that impact supply, things like changes in technology, changes in the cost of our resources, it really comes down to a firm's production cost. Okay, and so the way you need to think of this is anything that causes the cost to go up, we're going to see supply go down, and anything that causes the cost to go down, we're going to see supply increase. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're thinking about potential changes in supply. So maybe in our example for pencils, we have a change in a resource price. So maybe the price of the graphite that's needed to go inside the pencils, let's say that increases, okay? So if the cost of that resource increases, that's going to cause our production costs to go up, and therefore supply is going to go down. And remember, when it comes to supply and demand changing, we're always going to think about these shifts in terms of moving to the left or the right. So left towards the origin is a decrease, right away from the origin, values are getting larger, that's an increase. So here is our new point of equilibrium where our new supply curve meets our existing demand curve. And so this is going to result in a higher equilibrium price and a lower quantity. Okay, so what we see then is when supply decreases, okay, price then is going to go up while quantity goes down. Obviously, we could look at the other side. We could say, what if the price of graphite decreases, making our costs go down, causing supply to increase? So now we're going to shift to the right to curve S3. Here's my new point of equilibrium. Okay, here's my lower price, and here's an increased quantity. So if supply increases, price goes down, whereas quantity, I wrote that wrong. No, I'm good. Sorry guys, it's late on this video. So yeah, when supply increases, shifting to the right, our price is going to go down and our quantity is going to increase.